to our 7th standard, chapter 17, Forest Our Lifeline. The previous class we studied about some significance of forest. The sapling of on a wall for balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide, then dynamic living entity are full of life and vitality you studied about. Today we goes to how forests preserve the water cycle. The rainwater drips from the trees and seeps into the ground. This picture shows rainwater drips from the trees and seeps into the ground. Okay. First, we know that plants get rid of an excess of water through the process of transpiration. In this process, the water is released as water vapor in the atmosphere. Hence, forests increase the water vapor content in the atmosphere. Okay. This water vapor condenses and forms cloud, which lead to increased rainfalls in the area. This rainwater gets into the ground and increases the underground water level. Hence, forests preserve the water cycle. In this way, the forest preserve the water cycle. Okay. So, how forest preserve the water cycle. Then we goes to the another one, how forest prevent flood and soil erosion. Forest act as the natural absorber and allow the rainwater to seep into the earth. As a result, the water table of area near the forest is high. The forest control the flow of water and prevent flood. This is because the plant and trees prevent the rainwater from directly flowing away. In this way, forest allow a regulated supply of water to the nearby streams. Also, the roots of the plant bind the soil and prevent heavy rainfall always from flowing it away. Hence, they also prevent soil erosion. How forest prevent pollution? Firstly, forests are the rich source of oxygen. Hence, the air in and around the forest is always fresh and clean. Okay. Forest prevent strong winds or dust storm from flowing in the area. The areas surrounding the forest generally have a cool climate and receive a good amount of rainfall. The forest also absorb loud sounds of the vehicles on the highways nearby, hence prevents noise pollution in the areas around the forest. This picture shows how forest prevent pollutions. Okay, how forest prevent pollution. Their leaves cool and air through evaporation and leaves filter pollutant from the air. The leaves provide shade, reduce wind speed. Root leaves trunks provide habitat for birds, mammals and insect. Root stabilize soil, prevent erosion. Leaves, branches absorb sound, block rainfall. Okay. So, in this way, the forest used for us. The overall the significance of forest. Forests are natural habitat of a wide variety of animal and plant. They help in regulating amount of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. They prevent global warming by keeping the air clean as they take in all the carbon dioxide. They regulate the water cycle on the earth. They prevent air, water, land and noise pollution in some area. Other way, they are a rich source of a different product that are used by human beings, fruits and vegetable, wood, raw material for different industries like paper, wood, etc., medicinal plant, latex, gum and resins, honey and wax, spices, oil, bone and fur. Okay. Then we goes to a conservation of forest. What is the conservation of forest? Forests are being ruthlessly cut down by human beings. The cutting down of trees on a large scale is called deforestation. What is deforestation? The process of planting trees in unprotected areas and thereby increasing the forest land on earth is called deforestation. Okay. The main reason for deforestation, cutting of trees for agriculture purpose, cutting trees for building roads, industries and houses, cutting trees for meeting the constantly increasing demand for wood and timber, overgrazing by animals, cutting trees for minimizing activities. Okay. Afforestation helps in increasing the forest land and thus helps in improving the environment on the earth. It also leads to several benefits that the forest provides us. What is the deforestation? The demolishing the forest on the large scale is called deforestation. The demolishing the forest on a large scale is called deforestation. Human beings undergo this process in order to find more space for extended their habitats. However, this leads to several ill effects such as many animal and plant lost their natural habitat, being unable to find a suitable environment to live. They may die or become extinct eventually. Hence, deforestation results in loss of biodiversity. Listen, biodiversity. It will lead to changes in the climate. Without any trees, listen, without any trees, the water cycle get disturbed. The water cycle get disturbed and the soil dries out. It will lead to increased air pollution as trees are the ones that can absorb greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and increase the oxygen content at the atmosphere. It can lead to increased flood as the trees will no longer be there to regulate a steady flow of water. Okay, these are the deforestation. Okay, so the three methods of forest conservation. First one, large scale cutting off. The following steps should be undertaken to conserve forest only. Large scale cutting of trees should be stopped. Massive afforestation should be undertaken. Then third one, overgrazing by cattle, horse, sheep, goat, etc. should be avoided. Okay. So, in this method, you should follow this and save our forest. Okay. So, if forest disappear, the amount of carbon dioxide will increase, resulting increasing the earth temperature. Okay, already told, in the absence of trees and plants, the animal will not get food and shelter also. In the absence of trees, the soil will not hold water, which will cause a flood. Deforestation will endanger our life and environment. Think what we can do to preserve our forest. Okay. So, student, Allah read this lesson. Next session, we will make the question answer book back exercise. Okay, thank you.